Hello everyone, and welcome to English Learn Zone, the channel where we make learning English a genuinely enjoyable part of your day. For today's episode, we are diving into one of life's great pleasures, dining out. We're going to explore the language and customs of eating at a restaurant in great detail. I can almost taste the delicious food already. We're calling this episode a Taste of English, your ultimate guide to ordering food. Going to a restaurant in a new language can feel intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. It's a fantastic opportunity to practice your English in a relaxed social setting and to connect with the culture through its food. From making a reservation to paying the bill, there's a whole set of vocabulary and phrases that will make the experience smooth and enjoyable, whether you're at a casual cafe or a fine dining establishment. So today, we're going to walk through the entire dining experience, from start to finish. We'll learn all the key vocabulary and phrases you'll need along the way to order with confidence and handle any situation like a seasoned food critic. Our culinary journey begins before we even step foot in the restaurant, with the process of making a reservation. For popular or high-end restaurants, especially during peak hours on busy nights like Fridays or Saturdays, it is often necessary to book a table in advance. This is called making a reservation. You can usually make a reservation online through the restaurant's website or a booking app, but calling on the phone is a great way to practice your speaking skills. When you call, you'll start with a simple greeting. After they answer, you can state your purpose clearly. A common phrase is, "Hello, I'd like to make a reservation please." The person on the phone, who might be the host or hostess, will then ask for the details. They'll likely ask, "For what day and time?" You can respond, "For this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. The next crucial piece of information is the number of people. They will ask, "For how many people?" Or "What is the size of your party?" The word party in this context doesn't mean a celebration. It simply means your group. You can answer, "For a party of 4, or simply, "A table for 4, please." If you have any special needs, now is the time to mention them. For example, if you need wheelchair access or have specific dietary restrictions, you can say, "We will need wheelchair access," or, "Just to let you know, one person in our party has a severe nut allergy." Mentioning dietary restrictions in advance is very helpful for the kitchen and shows consideration. The host will then check their availability. They might say, "Let me see if we have anything available," or, "One moment, I'll check the book." If they are fully booked, they might say, "I'm sorry, we're fully booked at that time. We could offer you a table at 6 p.m. or 9 p.m. instead." If they have a table, they will want to hold the reservation. They'll ask for your name and phone number. Finally, they will confirm everything back to you. Okay, so that's a reservation for a party of 4, this Saturday at 7:30, under the name, ... double quotes. Now, with our reservation made, let's fast forward to our arrival at the restaurant. When you walk in, the first person you'll interact with is the host or hostess. Their job is to greet you and manage the seating. You should approach the host stand and let them know you've arrived. If you have a reservation, you can say, "Hello. We have a reservation for 4, under the name, ... If you don't have a reservation, you are what's known as a walk-in. In this case, you would say, "Hello, a table for 4, please." If the restaurant is busy, and you don't have a reservation, they may not be able to seat you immediately. The host might say, "There will be about a 30-minute wait." They might take your name for a waiting list and give you a buzzer that will light up when your table is ready. The host will then lead you to your table. They might ask if you have a preference for seating. For example, would you prefer a table or a booth? A booth is a type of seating with long cushioned benches. Some restaurants also have outdoor seating on a patio or terrace. Once you are seated, the host will give you the menu. This is your guide to the culinary adventure ahead. Let's take a moment to understand the different sections of a typical menu. The first section is usually the appetizers, also called starters. These are small dishes that you eat at the beginning of the meal to whet your appetite. Next, you will find the main course, also known as the in American English. These are the main, largest dishes of the meal. After the main courses, you might see a section for side dishes. These are smaller portions of food, like French fries or a salad, that you can order to accompany your main course. Of course, no meal is complete without dessert, the sweet course eaten at the end of the meal. The menu will also have a section for beverages, which is a formal word for drinks. Many restaurants also have specials. The specials are dishes that are not on the regular menu. The server will usually tell you about them. You might also encounter a set menu, also known by the French term prix-fixe. This is a complete meal with a fixed price, usually including an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert. Understanding how food is cooked is also key. You'll see words like grilled, fried, roasted, steamed, and baked. And if you order a steak, the server will ask you how you would like it cooked. The options range from rare cooked very briefly, red inside, to well done cooked all the way through, no pink. In between, you have medium rare, medium, and medium well. It sounds like a lot to take in. I think we're ready for our first learning check. Okay, listeners, here is your first question. What does the term party mean when you are making a reservation? In this context, a party refers to the group of people you are dining with. Perfect. And question number 2. What is the difference between an appetizer and an appetizer is a small dish served at the beginning of the meal, while an is the main course? Excellent. Now that you're seated and have looked at the menu, your server will come to your table. The server, also known as a waiter, for a man, or a waitress for a woman, is the person who will take your order and bring you your food. They will usually start by introducing themselves and asking if you'd like to order some drinks. A common opening line is, "Hello, my name is ... and I'll be your server tonight. Can I get you started with something to drink?" You can order a specific drink by saying, "I'll have a lemonade, please," or, "Could I get a glass of sparkling water?" If you just want regular water, you can ask for tap water, which is free. The server will then give you some time to look at the menu and decide on your food. When they return, a polite way to begin ordering is, "I think we're ready to order." If you have questions about the menu, now is the time to ask. You can ask for a recommendation by saying, "What would you recommend?" Or, "What are the specials today?" You can also ask for more information about a dish. For example, "Could you tell me what the soup of the day is?" Or, "Does the pasta come with a salad?" When you are ready to state your choice, you can use phrases like, "I'd like the grilled salmon," or, "I'll have the steak please." It's also important to communicate any dietary restrictions or allergies. You can say, "I have a dairy allergy. Is it possible to make this dish without cheese?" Sometimes you might want to make a small change to a dish. This is called a substitution. You could ask, "Could I substitute the fries for a side salad?" Once you have ordered, the server will often repeat the order back to you to confirm that it is correct. During the meal, your server will likely come back to check on you. They will ask a question like, "How is everything?" Or, "Is everything tasting okay?" This is your opportunity to let them know if everything is to your satisfaction. A simple, "It's delicious, thank you," is a great response. This is also your chance to ask for anything else you might need. For example, "Could I have some more water, please?" Or, "Could we get another basket of bread?" If there is a problem with your food, it's important to speak up politely. You can get the server's attention and say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, but my steak is a little undercooked. Could you please have the chef cook it a bit longer?" As you finish your main course, the server will clear your plates and ask if you'd like anything else. They might say, "Would you like to see the dessert menu?" Or, "Can I interest you in any coffee or dessert?" If you're too full, a polite way to decline is, "No, thank you, we're stuffed." Or, "Nothing for me, thank you, just the bill, please." If you do want dessert, you can order it in the same way you ordered your main course. This has been an entire course on restaurant etiquette. This calls for our next learning check. Okay, listeners, here is question number 3. What is a polite way to ask for a recommendation from your server? You can ask, "What would you recommend?" Or, "What are today's specials?" Excellent. And question number 4. What is it called when you ask to change one part of a dish for another, like swapping fries for a salad? That is called a substitution. Perfect. Now, the final step of your dining experience. Paying the bill. When you are ready to pay, you need to ask for the bill, also called the check in American English. You can get your server's attention and say, "Excuse me, could we have the bill, please?" The server will bring the bill to your table in a small folder. You should always check it to make sure the charges are correct. The next question is how you will pay. If you are with friends, you might want to split the bill. You can ask the server, "Is it possible to split the bill?" Or, "Can we pay separately?" You can pay with cash or with a credit card. It's always a good idea to ask, "Do you take credit cards?" The final, and sometimes most confusing part is the tip, also called a gratuity. A tip is an extra amount of money you leave for the server to thank them for their service. Tipping customs vary greatly around the world. In the United States, it is customary to leave a tip of 15 to 20% of the total bill. In many European and Asian countries, a service charge is already included in the bill, and tipping is not expected, although it is always appreciated for excellent service. What an incredible journey from making a reservation to paying the bill. Let's do a final, rapid-fire recap of all the amazing vocabulary we've covered today. Reservation, book a table, party of 4, dietary restrictions, availability, confirm, host, hostess, walk-in, waiting list, booth, patio, menu, appetizers, starters, main course, side dishes, dessert, beverages, specials, set menu, prefix, grilled, fried, roasted, steamed, rare, medium rare, well done, server, waiter, waitress, tap water, sparkling water, specials, recommend, allergies, substitutions, condiments, bill, check, split the bill, tip, gratuity, and service charge. Wow, that is a full menu of useful vocabulary. I sincerely hope that breaking these terms down has helped you understand them better and feel more confident. The next time you step into a restaurant, that is always our goal here at the English Learn Zone.